Hello, I'm Ashley Ritchie Grooms, and I would like to introduce y'all to Mrs. Andrew Jackson Layne Sr. Mrs. Layne, can you please explain how you are related to me?
Sure. My name is Joanna Thurman Layne. I am the widow of Andrew Jackson Layne Sr. We had one son. His name was Andrew Jackson Layne Jr., who had a daughter named Viola Matilda Layne Yeager, who had a daughter named Jeannie Yeager Ritchie Stratmone, who is your grandmother, who was the mother of her only child, Kenneth Ritchie, by her first husband, and that is your dad, which makes me your great-great-great-grandmother.
Can you tell us what life was like for you back in the 1800s?
Well, AJ and I, AJ, that's what I prefer to call him, married when we were young, and it was the mid-1850s, and he was such a good man and such a hard worker, but times were really, really hard. We lived in Arkansas. Between drought and bad weather and other conditions, it was a hard, hard life, but AJ worked hard to make a life for us. He even took in work with our neighbors. But by 1861, there was the threat of northern invasion, and so it was happening all around us. And so our baby was only 3 years old, and AJ felt a need to do more. So he enlisted in the Confederate Army.
And can you tell me the history about my great-great-great-grandfather's service at Wilson Creek?
Yes. Let's see, he enlisted in the Army in April of 1861, and by June, he was a soldier in Company F of the 1st Mounted Rifles of Arkansas, which was the Confederate Army. And this was good for him because not only was he good with horses, but he was a spot-on shot. He was a good shooter. But soon after his enlistment, there was word that there was a bridge near Springfield, Missouri, on Wilson Creek that was a threat of the Northern Army trying to control access to that bridge because they would allow them to invade the South easier and control their troops. And this was the bridge of Oak Hills, Missouri. So there were small skirmishes all around at that time, and so Company F volunteered to go maintain the security of that bridge. And in August, on August the 10th of that year of 1861, they had a battle and they named that hill Bloody Hill because it was such a bloody battle. And at the age of 22, AJ was dead, killed in action.
Oh, Grandmother Joanna, please accept my condolences for the loss of Grandfather AJ. I can't imagine how hard life must have become for you and young AJ Jr. then.
It wasn't easy, but I want everyone to know, there's not many people that know that think that AJ's short service, that mattered, that it had any significance at all. But I disagree with that. Our son didn't even know his father. He was only 3 when he died. But the patriotism that was instilled in our family through AJ's service lives on through all of our family. There's some points here I want everyone to know too that's significant in our family. AJ died on August the 10th, 1861. 84 years after that, on August the 10th in 1945, his great-great-grandson, your dad, was born. Your dad went on to serve in the Army, and he served in Vietnam. And 74 years after Ken was born, he got an award, a National Merit Award. This is it right here, from the United Daughters of the Confederacy, because of his service in Vietnam. And he was only eligible for this by being a combat veteran and a direct descendant of a Confederate soldier.
You are exactly right. The legacy of patriotism, respect, and duty of service to God, our country, and our family has definitely been passed down from generation to generation. I can see now that my personal hero, my daddy Ken, was a lot like his great-great-grandfather before him. Thank you, ma'am, for taking the time to share this history with us today. Andrew Jackson Layne Sr. and Kenneth Leroy Ritchie, their brave service in our American history will not be forgotten. Thank you.